and find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey, so I thought I was live a little bit ago, but I don't think that video broadcasted it anywhere. I was trying to go through Streamlabs. I ran out of hours on the free plan for StreamYard, and I was really trying to not spend that $25 because, times are tough. So, but I was having issues, so I did see that the Reckoning Company posted another video on Summer Wells. So I was going to check it out. And I thought, so, hey guys, girl, and Reapers, Patty. So I thought I would maybe draw cards along with the readings too to see what I get, see if but we're going to be mainly watching them. So my card, I'm going to be kind of off to just going to be a little screen here. Hey, RJ, Candace, Darlene, Angie, Candace, did I say Candace? Patty. So it's been kind of a marathon today of videos. I'm dedicating myself to this channel. So I don't know who's live or anything. I did see, I wasn't really, I was really impressed that the lab got Chris Hansen. I need to make friends with Chris McDonough because I bet anything that's how he got Chris Hansen, So congratulations on that to the lab. That's really awesome. I tried to watch it, or I started to, but I don't know. It wasn't. I guess it wasn't. Did anybody bring up Onision? That's the only thing that really interests me about Hansen guy. The whole Onision and Hansen thing is so crazy. Necrophonic, yes. I have that on my phone, but I've never had any type of luck with those types of spirit boxes and stuff, and they do sound creepy. All About Summer. Brittany. Dang. Who's Brittany? So that makes sense. Why not? Well, plus, I mean, a lot of people in this community doesn't really like the readings, when I do these ones, but I allegedly with Brittany J. He agreed to investigate Summer's case. So what's that mean? Is he going to go there? I never even had much luck with the it was an SB. Must have been 7. Gosh, now I'm I didn't know there was more than one. I think it was SB7. Are you serious? Your necrophonic app is responding to me, Reapers? That's crazy. Well, can you tell us? I'm going to ask it a question then. Can you tell us what happened to Summer Wells? To the app? Necrophonic is just like an app. It's like a ghost spirit or a spirit box type thing that there is a lot of people that are kind of, pretty respected in that part of in that category, I guess. I don't know how to say it. I'm in the unknown. And a lot of people famous people even use that app. So I guess it's supposed to be pretty good. Famous, whatever. I don't know. Well-known people in the industry. Are you serious, Reapers? Is this some type of trick? It's creepy sounding, though. It said, "What up?" I can light you up for a second if you want to. But yeah, while we're doing this, we will. The Reckoning company or whatever her channel is called, she must be always doing videos. Like she's posts stuff like crazy. And I just wanted to say, I did make that post earlier. If anybody can, don't feel bad if you can't help. I understand all of us are like fall on hard times, okay? But let's see here. I don't know if she wants or if they want their camera on. Your camera was on there for a second, so I didn't add you, but because I didn't know if you want it. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go to it, but I don't know if it'll work. So
Because you're on your phone right now.
Yeah.
That's funny. If it said what up, I can never get those things. I was on. Is it there? I think I might have heard it. Is it so? Okay. Do you know what happened to Summer Wells?
That help.
What'd that say?
That help.
That hell?
No,
I didn't hear anything.
I said help.
Get help?
It just said plain help. Hold on a second, okay?
Yeah, the sounds is it's really hard to hear for some reason. Spirit box scans radio frequencies at a rapid rate with the white noise of stations that don't exist can allow to use energy for ghosts to communicate. Hey, crazy mom. Oh, Reaper's Grim Smiles on here, and she's got her little ghost app thing, and she was going to try it out and see if it would respond to me. But we were going to watch some more videos and stuff. Reading, so if you're not into that thing. And I was thinking about drawing some cards while watching it to see if what I get and when they're asking the questions. It's interesting, and it's about summer, so and I don't know. It's a way to put together two of my really big interests, and that is true crime and the metaphysical or the unknown. Dude, I think I did a whole reading for somebody earlier. I swear I spent an hour on it. They just texted me and they said they can't hear me in the whole video. I think I could film that whole video freaking mute. Oh my God. I spent an hour on that video too. Well, to the person I'm doing that reading for, I will tell you what it said, I guess. That's too bad. Well, she dropped. She must be having issues. But that's okay. We'll watch. I put the links in the chat of who I'm going to watch, I think. The Reckoning Company. And I was going to check out maybe this Margaret Max. Okay. Are you back? Are you there? I don't know. I think it's not gonna work, but that's okay. I'm just gonna start the video if you happen to want to add anything, or if you happen to get anything on the app you want to add. And if I don't know, I think you're we can't hear you right now, so I think there is some issues, but you're welcome to chime in anytime if it does start working. Oh, okay. So you're not. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Okay. We'll try later. So she just posted another one. I don't know if this is actually a reading though. I'm guessing because the other one that we watched earlier was just kind of her going over. See, this is part 5, Summer Wells, but how do we go from part 5 to part 3 to part 5? We're missing 284. Oh, wait, right here? Is this about summer? This is 284. This is part, oh gosh. What is this talking about? Just curious.
So I kind of can't believe that I made this. I had no idea that eating nutritious home-cooked meals could be this exciting.
Hello. We're going to be looking into the case of Dr. John Forsyth. I'm going to...
Nope. But she looks pretty.
Hello. We are going to be looking into Summer Wells. I posted a video this morning that I made
If I was a
yesterday
lesbian, she would be my type.
That have been talked about.
All right.
First things first, I got a new...
You can click emojis. Wait, what do you mean?
A new thing, and I just wanted to explain it because it's going to be in the background of my videos now. This is from Infinite Objects. It's a brand that says We Print Video. I found it on Amazon. This is the box it came in. It is alleged, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. So when they're in the car and Candace takes that eerie, weird photo of Summer, I am wondering if maybe she was given something so that she would be docile to put in the shed for someone to take her. And then things ended up going awry. But I'm wondering if that last picture was what Candace sent to the person who she believed was going to come take her. Like, oh, she's ready to go. Look, she's zonked out. Because I feel like that would make the timing make sense, because it was after the lake. And then from there, we can't really know what happened because we're relying on people who are not honest. So I'm wondering if that
she's really
last
pretty.
picture that was taken of Summer in the backseat of the car, where she
But-
does not look well, she looks kind of sick.
But in a way, it kind of creeps me out to even say that, because, which there's nothing wrong saying your cousin's pretty, but she looks like a lot like my cousin. So it kind of creeps me out that I just said something like if I was a lesbian, she'd be my type, because that kind of just, yeah, it just was a little too close for comfort. So I take back that statement.
Out. I'm wondering if that was, hey, she's ready. So I want to first look into that. Again, this is all alleged, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. 3 cards, or if that is the case. 3 came out. Wow.
Hell no.
3 of Pentacles reversed. King of Swords reversed, abusing your power, being irrational, not caring who you have to step on to get what you need. 2 of Wands reversed. There's no more time. We must act now. 3 of Pentacles reversed. There's a team working in different areas, but working together with not the best values. I think that's what that was. That picture was, hey, she's ready. And she sent it to someone who she believed was going to come get Summer for bad reasons. Now, with this all coming out about what the cousin is saying, if you watched my video that I posted earlier, I believed that what I was seeing was there was a bad plan for Summer about to happen from Candace and Grandma. And it was some kind of greedy deal, obviously. But I thought I was seeing someone good step in and take Summer instead. But now with what the cousin is saying, because the cousin is saying that there was also this abduction intended for the other little girl who was sent home early. And I'm wondering if she was sent home early by Candace because of this plan unfolding, which is like weird. So I'm wondering if I'm actually seeing a good person coming, or if I'm just seeing a person that's not the person that's Candace and Grandma's person, but is still a bad person, aka the people who would have been abducting the other little girl had she been there. So let's look into that.
I got your text just now, Jane, but I don't know what it means. You got other things too? Well, just say it. The same you saw but didn't send me. Huh. It's weird. I didn't notice anything in the screenshot. Oh. I see the emoji thing. Okay. I see what you're talking about now. I'm like, oh shit, I thought you were sending something that somebody sent me, like a troll said or something. I'm like, oh great. What now? What now? So I don't know exactly what she's even talking about here because I was kind of distracted, but I did get the Ace of Pentacles, but I don't know what she's talking about, which Ace of Pentacles is a money opportunity. So what was she talking about? Yes, Candace. I like to sometimes just have it running and see. Sometimes you can get relevant and stuff, but a lot of times it's just bullshit going through it. But sometimes it would seem to get on a roll where it seems to be really resonating. But right now, like, see, it says original. sometimes the things are said that kind of freaks me out at, very opportune times. And whatever she was just talking about, though, the Ace of Pentacles and money opportunity. So, yeah, it's about money, whatever she was talking about. Still original. Original still. Gender original still. An evil plan is someone or something interrupted it. Marlena's daughter. What? What? Whoa, is that really what she's talking about? Another little girl that's not Summer? Hold on. Okay, let me listen here.
I want one card for if good people are involved that took her. One card for if the people that I was seeing that I thought were good people were actually just the other people for the other little girl. Yeah, let's just start with that.
Don't know what she said, but I'll draw. First one.
See, 10 of Pentacles.
Ooh, bad.
3 of Pentacles. It didn't matter. There was a team. It was a team effort. 10 of Pentacles. Family team effort.
See, but what was weird, I got the Hermit, which is definitely not team, but I always get team effort when I draw cards for Summer Wells' case. She asked 2 questions. Something about was the first, I don't know. Was confused about her questions anyways, but the second group that she was wondering if they were bad people or not. Yes, they are very bad people. Here's this person, whoever she's talking about in the second question. Here's this woman protecting her child from this evil person.
Let me see what comes out for the other option.
Which I got
10 of Pentacles gives me the energy of I'm swooping in to get you out of there because I care. I'm going to make you part of my family because I can't let this happen anymore. And that's what I was getting in the first reading. What was the second thing I said? If it's the bad people that I was seeing. 6 of Swords and the Sun.
moving towards happiness.
No, I think it's good people because that would be leaving behind the trouble, not going into trouble. If this card in specific came out in reverse, it would be I'm leaving trouble and I'm going back into trouble. But it came out upright. And next to the Sun, it's got 2 happy babies on the card.
Well, I definitely says negative.
And the 10 of Pentacles to represent if it's actually a good person who came in and swooped her up.
Oh, Patty. Okay.
Do the authorities actually know where Summer is to some extent,
Slayer.
but don't have proof enough to do anything about it, or maybe do, I don't know, but don't want to do anything or step in because she's actually in a better place? Let me look for a specific card.
No.
Let's look for Justice. The Devil came out. Well, it was on the bottom as I said that. All right, so let's see. If Justice is upright,
yes, it looks.
it means that she's with a happy place. If Justice is in reverse, then I'm just a little confused.
I know she's with somebody good.
This, I guess, and that means
What? Unstable. Shit, I hope so. This is somebody good and very stable.
Reverse.
What was that?
What's before it was 9 of Swords reverse. That's healing. After is Queen of Swords reverse.
Witch. It just said a witch. A slayer, a witch. I didn't hear what card she said, so I don't know what she's possibly thinking. She said 6.
Someone who puts on a front of being a really good person somehow got this mission to happen to get her out of there with the front of doing it for a good reason and having good intentions, but turned around and did something bad. For example.
See, I'm getting a stable.
Allegedly, my opinion.
Whatever. As far as I got that the law enforcement.
I'm gonna see if there's a certain card.
See, that's mine. Definitely, it looks like. But that I wouldn't think that. I mean, I would be the best case scenario, but I don't.
If anyone's serious, the card I'm looking for is a Hierophant. And a lot of you will probably know why I'm looking for that card.
My 3 cards called. Oh, the 3 cards I had was King of Pentacles. Hold on, let me pause so I don't talk over her. The King of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Emperor. Emperor is like very stable, very structured, a very stable, structured environment. Sun is like happiness, fulfillment, growth. The King of Pentacles is also another card about stability, but the fact that they're upright, none of that was negative. It was all positive. So Isabella, it just said. So I need to really pay attention on what she's asking, so I make sure that I'm, asking the same thing as her, because it should coincide better, I feel like. Sometimes though, I don't know, she just kind of does her thing, but I think it's fun to draw cards with them. The card she was saying that was reversed was Justice. So that's like not getting justice, though. A healing witch when it goes south. What?
Direct method to get what I feel is a short answer. It's upright. Before it was Strength in reverse. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Look over here, not over there. This would be, for example.
Oh my gosh, it just said James. It said James yesterday. You guys remember when I was live yesterday? It said James also, or was that earlier today? Which you guys all know, my Jim passed away, so, and that's the same. Oh, Jane, don't pay attention to what my cards were and compare, because I don't know if I even was pulling. I was kind of confused what she was asking. So, but the words, and also do not take these words like very, this app like is very, it's not the most accurate, but sometimes it does seem to, sometimes it surprises you. I need to go get my speaker. So I'm going to play this for a minute because I can't hear this very well. So I'm going to play this and take you guys with me to get that speaker. Let you guys listen to this. Okay.
Like, for example, let's say someone who is a very religious and holy person that puts on this very nice face convinces some people who are able to get some little girl out of a house that is bad for her under the guise of, I'm going to give her a better life. And then instead of giving her a better life, turns around and does something, makes some kind of selfish or greedy decision for either her own benefit, as in, or his own benefit, as, oh, her just really came out. For their own benefit. Why did her flow out like that? Anyway, maybe it could be some kind of culty vibes, like, I believe this, so I'm going to put you somewhere where you're raised to believe this way, or some kind of indoctrination. I know I just said that wrong. I guess it could be like a sale or a pass off, but it seems as though someone who pretended to have good intentions did not. But it's like they were able to get her out of there because of those good intentions, like because they convinced people who maybe weren't bad people, but who believed that they were doing something for a good reason and won't flip on that person because they believe that she's in a better place. That's what I'm getting here. But it's almost like, let me pull a card. Two of Cups reversed. This is something I was getting pretty strongly yesterday when I was making that video, because someone posted something about Don and Candace not being in the same state anymore, but they're supposed to stay in the state or something like that. I almost feel like it's a mix of Don looking for answers and maybe people trying to scare Don but can't scare him too close because the law has eyes on Don and the people who are after Don have eyes on Don. I almost feel like he's on the run, I guess, like, or trying to stay very secluded because there's people on both sides after him. And I feel like he can't understand why from the one side. This is going to make sense in a second. Because in my theory, if someone else that's pretending to be good, but it's not all the way good, swooped in and took her, then the people who were coming for Candace and Grandma's plan did not take her. So Candace and Don then would not know the real person who took her because
experience the truth of iconic glowing skin. Pat McGrath Labs, Divine Skin, Rose 001, The Essence.
When you first met K-12, our commitment was to help you get where you want to be.
They would think that the bad people came and took her and are just lying about it. Or they somehow found out or assumed that someone else stepped in and took So the fact that they're kind of migrating around and trying to stay away from people, I guess, I don't know, that's what it was made to seem like. Maybe because they're not really sure, because the people who were coming to kidnap would have been doing that for a reason that wasn't fulfilled if nobody was kidnapped, because someone else stepped in and took her, in that theory. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like that may be partially why certain things are happening with Don and Candace. It's almost like they're checking in periodically to be like, hey, we're still here, we're still alive, but like we're trying to, I don't know. That's motel, hotel in reverse. We can't stay where we can be seen. Landfill in reverse. We have to stay off grid. We can't stay where we're easily able to be tracked or seen. Parental figure, Don and Candace. New World Order in reverse. Boat in reverse. Boat in reverse. She did not go to the people that were meant to take her. This group of people didn't end up transporting her because somebody else had stepped in. Who's not good, but was able to get help to make this happen under the guise of being good, but then did some darker energied decision. Tunnel in reverse.
Okay, sorry about that. I was kind of a long in-betweener. So what's she getting at here? She's saying that the group that was supposed to get Summer didn't get Summer. I'm really confused. What do you guys think? We will. In some ways, though, it sounds like she's she basically is sticking up for the parents, or did they just trying to say that he got into Okay. Tunnel in reverse.
So not people moved. I don't know if I should say what I'm thinking.
You thinking trafficking in tunnels? The dad. Or something in a home.
This to me feels like one of those like farm places where they just all live in like a cult thing. Like it feels like that's where she is. And it feels like people know that and are associated in some way with that kind of group, or benefit from that kind of group, or knows that that group is untouchable, something, I don't know. And that's kind of why it's been like, oh, just kind of back away. Let's arrest Don for this. So it looks like we're still kind of on them, but like, we know we're not going to find anything with them because we know where she ended up and we can't touch it.
I bet the church adopted her out, and maybe Robin was the one that playing like she was good, but something through the church. Or maybe that makes sense though. I was thinking something stupid. Just said Jordan right here. So she's thinking cult like stuff, and that's very much like right up the alley of what I feel like. And and that's another reason why, and I am so sorry, I'm not picking on Jody Sue, okay? I'm not, but I get very like witchy vibes from her. Like, but not good witch. Or somebody, she seems like, and I'm telling you, I've heard rumors of satanic shit over there, and like, I don't know. That's I mean, and plus then she was talking about this like clan meet or whatever thing, and not since the beginning, because for a little, remember that time? I did since the very, very beginning, and I felt I would like at the very, very beginning. You're right, but remember that couple months that she was coming on my channel and stuff, and I had changed a little bit, like my thought process on her, until I go to Tennessee, and suddenly she's like contacting me. Like, she doesn't contact me. And she kept like dragging me along, like basically trying to keep me. I felt like I really didn't give a shit, honestly, to meet her or not. I really didn't. Seriously, she'd already talked like so much, and I already thought she was full of shit. So I wasn't really that excited to meet her or anything, but I did offer to, take her out to dinner, or even if she wanted to bring her daughter, I'd buy her dinner and stuff. And I asked her, I told her I wouldn't record it or whatever. She didn't want me to. And I would have respected that, whatever. But however, she kept like, it was like she kept stringing me along because she thought if I thought that she was going to meet up with me, that I would be more willing to like appease her as far as not talking to certain people. And then she just started a little weird. Just dragging. And then I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going? Because I really hate being like, feel like I'm being mean to somebody. And, she was respectful towards me and stuff, even though she always like took over the panels. I hated having her on panel, to be honest. I hated it. Because for some reason, her personality, like, she can be, I don't know, in a weird way, Jody Sue can be intimidating. Or not intimidating, but like, not intimidating, that's not the right word, but she has a more definitely way more opinionated than I am, and she's definitely way more like, that's how things are, you know what I mean? Like, very set in her beliefs. And also kind of like a know-it-all. I can't stand know-it-alls. They make me uncomfortable. Oh, yeah. Right. It's like, she's kind of like, yeah, she kind of is like that. Like, yeah, she would be a masculine female type, personality type. just I mean, she probably has had a rough life. She's probably had to have been tough, and then, you know, so I'm not saying like she's manly or anything. I'm just saying she can be like over, I don't know. When you have to grow up learning how to manipulate or con or, you know, constantly, who knows what she grew up with, but I'm just guessing. Well, we know by her dad's like record, and you know, and there's some rumors that it doesn't sound like she had the easiest upbringing. So I'm sure that did screw her up. They were affiliated with Waco, Texas, was also a sect of the SDA Church. I've heard that. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't, okay, it just says Bill here. Limb, stand, Lind, limb, Bill, extent. Okay. Oh, it's okay, Sunshine. We haven't really got into much. We're just, you know, people, not very many people are interested in this. Well, I think actually what it is that there's several channels live right now, and I didn't know it. So, whatever. My real supporters are in here, and that's what matters. Just kidding. Well, no, not. Because I'm not going to piss anybody off because they're not going to hear it because they didn't watch. Billy lived in a shed. Oh, yeah, that Billy had a crush on Grandis. Let's see here.
That's
Another question.
Again,
What's her
all
name?
of this is just allegedly my opinion. Oh, I hope I'm not blocking that the whole time. That's what this feels like. It feels like, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, so the person who made the decision to take her, which I tend to believe is a woman. That person, what was their day like that day? Two rows of three.
2 rows of 3. Okay. Or I'll just draw it up.
World. That card, I know this because I just made the video. This card came out for that person's decision, I think it was, in the other
6 of Cups
video. Yeah, because I pulled this card and I said, the person decided no more. I'm not putting up with this anymore. This is the same card. I'm going to pause so I can insert that clip. So somebody came to know about the plan that was being developed through Candace and the grandmother, and someone was like, I'm not letting that happen. There was some kind of like team meeting that was not Candace and the grandma, but was about Summer, where they sat down and said, we have to make a choice. We have to do something. If we don't do it now, it's going to be too late. There's this option, this option, this option, this option. Which option are we going to choose? We have to come up with something because something has to change.
I do see something similar what she's saying.
Her parents are.
I see the devil here in the 7 of Cups, lots of choices, like an evil, making choices of some, deciding what to do, and like it's an evil plan. And it's like this like small group alone. Queen of Pentacles is the main one. Shush, you don't need to go chase boo-boo. It says afternoon. Just said afternoon on there. 6 of Cups. Somebody from I think it's somebody related to Summer that's representing, because I want to think what, like, I was thinking it was Marlena. Anyways, listen to her, what she says.
Are greedy. They're only seeing greed. They're not doing what's best for her. They're doing what's best for their pockets, essentially. This little girl is hurting. She's about to be put in a situation where she's going to potentially be hurt even worse, emotionally, physically, whatever. So then what happened? Somebody decided this is the end. That's it. This plan is not going to happen. I'm putting an end to Candace and Grandma's plan. And the second one is 5 of Wands reversed, trying to not get into a heated argument with someone, trying to avoid facing someone, trying to avoid being caught. King of Wands reversed, impulsiveness. In my other reading, I said this person figured out about the plan that was in motion between Candace and Grandma and stepped in. This is like, I'm seeing my chance and I'm taking it. I'm taking away your power by being impulsive. I figured out what you...
It's weird. That is funny because I am getting something similar. Like how she just said something about somebody like really rushing in. I got the Knight of Wands twice next to each other. And this is like she said somebody rushing in. Well, we got the Empress, which could represent the mother. And it does look like some type of somebody protecting right here, a child, the 6 of Cups, protecting a child. It does look like fast movement in by this Queen of Pentacles. I don't know who that is. It's an evil plant, evil stuff going on here. So let's continue here and see what she says.
Your plan is last minute and I'm stepping in because it's going to be my last chance. 5 of Wands reverse is also coming to an agreement with someone. So I decide no more. I come to an agreement and I act on that plan impulsively because I'm out of time. I'm realizing you have a plan and I need to step in before your plan happens. And the King of Wands reverse would also kind of be like getting the people to go prepared to actually do this. 4 of Wands reversed. Oh, going away from home. I take her. I take her. I decide no more. I come to an agreement. I put the agreement in place. I take away the power of someone else, Candace, by acting on impulse because I figured out about this plan and then immediately had to act. I leave home. So this is either that person leaving their home or this person taking Summer. I tend to believe that this is representing Summer. And then that's the second row. And so being the second row, it's underneath.
I just got that they're manifesting some type of partnership, coming to some type of mutual agreement. Mutual agreement, but with the devil mixed in there, this is not there's something with this deal that is not right, obviously.
The world. So I decide no more and then I take her away from the home.
Phoebe, that's funny. You're so dedicated. Thank you.
The Fool. I go up to the home. She doesn't know what's coming, but there's an agreement in place. And I'm trying not to get caught while this is just child playing outside energy. So and 4 of Wands reverse is like, I'm not supposed to be here. Hanged Man, self-sacrifice. I'm risking X, Y, and Z to do this, but I have to because I have to get this little girl out of her situation. That card then is under the King of Wands, which is the impulsiveness. I impulsively decide to potentially sacrifice myself in order to get this little girl away from the home. Or I'm taking the little girl for a sacrifice. I don't know. It feels more like keeping her for this. Yeah.
The Hangman is a sacrifice card, so sacrifices definitely came up, and cult-like stuff. Sacrifice is cult-like. Also, it's just like how Rick Crawford Sr. What he's supposedly told to Fred Hill about Dawn coming to him, crying about how he sacrificed Summer. Yeah. One thing, there's well, not just one, but there's a few things that keep coming up and seems to be very prevalent in most people's theories. They just seem like no matter what their theory is or what they believe, there seems to be a couple things that all these theories like contain. And it's like something to do with religion and religion's the main one, but and then next after that, like, yeah, religion, but and then cult, like weird shit. Right, sacrifice does come up a lot.
I'm going to pull a clarifier for each of them. The World.
Mine's near completion.
Family and wooded area.
Wow.
I decide no more. No more what? No more of keeping this family together. So I go where? To the wooded area around the property. Or I send someone to the wooded area around the property. 5 of Wands reversed.
She's using
Accomplice, partner in crime in reverse. So whoever was taking her from the property is not the people who she was being delivered to. Somebody was that middleman to go and get her. King of Wands in reverse. Timeline issue.
Imagine that.
Impulsiveness. Timeline issue. I'm out of time. I have to be impulsive because I thought that I had more time. Now I have a timeline issue and I have to act with impulse.
Just said hostage.
Isn't that interesting that it also came out with King of Wands reverse, because King of Wands reverse would be taking away the power that Dawn has to hurt Summer, and timeline issue coming out for that card as well, because it can have multiple meanings. So it does mean the impulsiveness of the person who's taking her, and it can also be indicating Dawn and the taking away of his ability to continue to hurt her. So timeline issue makes me think that there is some major holes in whatever he's telling his timeline was. Four of Wands reverse. Military reversed. So not real military, but a military operation for what? To get her away from the house. I said in the last reading, it was, what did I say? I said something, and then I said, what was, how did the terrain or the hilliness affect getting her? And I got the 3 of Pentacles, and I said it didn't.
You know what? This just like made me think of something that Dawn once said. He has said before, like, that he wonders if it's somebody who thought that they were, or was it Candace that said that? Somebody who thought that they were saving her or helping her. I did hear Dawn or Candace say that. Heard somewhere that Robin told Chris in her interview with him that nothing about this is right. Street names and church. And yeah, I was looking up the names at the I need to do that with the other churches, but I did look up the SDA church in Kingsport to see what the pastor's name is. His name's David. Pastor David, which I should have remembered that, because remember there's always when you on the behavioral panel they talk about the two Davids. There's Pastor David and there's David Dotson, so that's an easy way to remember it.
Matter because there was a team. So this is like not real military.
Alliance.
Not actual legit military.
It literally said alliance, right? When she's talking about there's an alliance hostage. Hostage, like Summer could be technically a hostage if she's abducted. Alliance, like a team. How much a team comes up like nonstop too? I mean, like nonstop. There's no way this is just one person. There is absolutely no way only one person only one person in the world knows. I don't believe that.
But a similar operation to that in order to get her away from the home.
Beg you.
The fool. Fire and organized crime. So the fool, the Summer being taken from outside was ignited by an organized group. And the hanged man. Bioweapon. She was drugged. She wasn't playing outside. She was drugged and put somewhere.
Thanks, Kelsey. It's so good to see you too. I remember you.
I'm wondering if somebody had access to Candace's phone, like a screen mirror app of Candace's phone, and saw her send that picture. Because if Candace later found out that that's what happened, maybe that's why she posted that picture, because why else would you willingly share that picture? You know what I mean? Oh, I just took it. Ace of Cups reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed. Oh no, that's not it.
What's she even asking?
Page of Pentacles reversed. It'd be like a missed chance. So maybe not a phone screen mirror thing, but somehow she was being tracked. It could be that someone followed her. Something. Maybe, I don't know.
Somebody's got some worries.
Somehow somebody knew about her plan and when it.
Somebody's is freaking worried all night, not being able to sleep because they know the truth. So good thing to know that there is to know that they have some empathy.
It's a fumble.
Or at least one of them do.
I'll pull a couple more of these because these were really helpful. I'm going to do 3 from this side and 3 from the other side. False flag. River in reverse. River in reverse makes me happy because it makes me feel like she's not just in a body of water somewhere. False flag is giving me this image of, how do I explain this?
I just got that this is, okay, so these cards, the 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles, like I just keep getting, this is something that really is strongly, look, these are all pentacles for one. This is strongly surrounded by greed. It's gross, seriously. For some reason, you know, they felt like it would balance their life out more without Summer, or make their life more stable.
Like, I know what a false flag event is, but I don't think that that's what this is saying. Almost like when you put something in one place, like what I'm seeing is a golf course, like a mini golf course, and there's like multiple different flags, but one has the hole and one doesn't have the hole. That's what the image that I'm getting. I know that false flag means something else, but that's not what I'm seeing right now. And I think that it's because something was stumbled on that wasn't meant to be seen. So they had to kind of push it on to the easiest targets and hype that up to cover up for what was not supposed to be seen. That's what I'm getting from that.
Oh, what was supposed to be seen? Like
Grandparent under false flag.
Could they put, oh yeah, under false flag. A false flag, Grandis being at the freaking pond, at the swimming hole. Grandis wasn't really at the swimming hole. She was used as some kind of weird, she was used that, I don't know. Unfortunately, she went along with it a little bit, though. She's guilty of that at the very least. But yeah, she was kind of used as a pawn or a way to look less suspicious. There was something else I was going to say, but oh, she said, okay, false flag. There was something else. Dang it. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. I know you hardly ever do comment, but I do remember you. That's why I said that, because, you know, usually I don't say, oh, I remember you. But, like, it's funny because I know that you don't comment that often, but I still recognize you. Like, I've probably seen you type, like, maybe 2 times in a year and a half that I can even think of. So it's funny how some people stand out. Proof of life. I thought I had something really important to say, but whatever. We'll continue. Sure, it was not. I'm sure it wasn't. But, you know, I was watching that person that you guys were telling me to check out, the Dark Rose sketches. And yes, I have seen her sketches in the Summer Wells case before. Those were done very early. And that one with the long hair, yes, it looks exactly like Tony Hammonds. And I need to look more into this Tony Hammonds guy, because, you know, how long after Summer went missing did he try to take that little boy? That's a little too close for comfort. I mean, I don't know why I haven't looked into Tony Hammonds much, or even I don't know why. I've been distracted by other things. But I was reading an article about it again today, and there was somebody with him when he tried to kidnap that 12-year-old boy who was out mowing his grass, or mowing mowing the grass. So, but the cops said, oh, and then they said in the article, we don't think that this is, we don't think this is at all related to Summer Wells. This is an isolated incident.
That has to be something important because the grandma played sad. The grandma played too big of a role for that not to mean something. Top Secret in reverse came out under Secret Society. It's not a secret anymore because we figured out that's part of this. I'm just not understanding false flag and grandparent.
That is so obvious to me.
5 of Cups.
Don't you guys think? Or would that not be considered a false? Yes, that's a false flag. Like that's like a distraction, a way to distract people and try to get people. That would be a false flag, saying that Grandis was at the swimming hole when she really wasn't. I know a lot of people, maybe she doesn't. I know hasn't been proven 100%, but I think I can pretty confidently say that. We know that they lied about Grandis being at the swimming hole. I think that's as close to fact as you can get without actual proof. Because it's just, that's how confident I am in it, I guess. So yes, she was used as like a false flag, a way to distract, a way to make Candace look better. And, yes, he went after boys and not girls, but that's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that because this is the thing. That reading we were watching earlier too, when I was watching or reading into Tony Hammonds, something struck me. I'm like, oh, he was trying to kidnap a boy. He's, into boys. And then I thought, oh my God, that reading earlier said that the guy, that one psychic medium said that whoever the perpetrator is gay, that he's into both, like he goes, I don't understand it. And I didn't expect it. He didn't, but he seems to be gay or into both sexes or like, so I thought, wow, like maybe this Tony Hammonds is, if he was into a boy, like obviously he, so, and if he could have possibly had something to do with Summer, obviously she's a girl. I know, Dee Dee. It's kind of, I feel like how well somebody interprets the cards, and we're all human, and I don't feel like the cards lie necessarily. I think it's just our interpretation of them is off. But I don't know what's controlling the cards. Like, I don't know if it's our brain or what. Like, it fascinates me because it seems so accurate sometimes. Okay, sufficient. Funny, it just said brain. Tony Hammonds, yeah. And that girl lady's sketch looked exactly like Tony Hammonds too. I wonder if Tony Hammonds or the truck that Fred Hill saw at the end of Ben Hill had Tony Hammonds in it. I wonder if it was that truck that tried to kidnap the 12-year-old boy. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff that get mixed up. You have to be like on this case like nonstop to freaking know half of the shit I'm talking about. And many of you guys are, so because many of you guys are here every time. So I know you're into this case as much as I am. And so you know what I'm talking about. but the normal person wouldn't, because we've been covering this case for so long. Like, there's so many details and twists and turns and things connected in the situation. It's so in depth and complicated for such it's way too complicated of a crime for an area like Hawkins County. Their police force is still back in the olden times. So this needs to be like really, I don't know. I thought it was taken over by TBI, but last time I said that, it was a big, it made news. It made the news last time I said that. So that's what I'm going to start saying. When people like start making videos about me, like over stupid stuff, I'm going to be like, yeah, that made the news. Okay, here we go.
That's how they knew about the plan. I said I thought something very similar that happened to Rose happened to Summer. One card. Does Grandis know what happened to?
Just real quick, I do want to say, as it just said Shepherd on this. Oh, also remind me to say something about that turkey too, that the lady from Dark Sketches or whatever, Dark Rose Sketches drew and said, I mean, that's two psychics that mentioned something about seeing freaking turkeys and stuff. And I'm telling you, it's freaking me out, because down at the end of Ben Hill Road, they have freaking wild freaking ducks, and not wild, but like pets, like turkeys and shit. They had turkeys, they had like ducks. I was like, oh my God, it was so, I remember because it was so cool, like the animals they had out there. But I 100%, I've always got the feeling, well, not always, but for a long time, I've really felt like that what happened to Rose is similar to what happened to Summer. And I'm going to step away for 1 second.
The Rose, because she set it up. Page of Wands reversed. No, she didn't set it up. Did Grandis find out that someone helped Rose and set up something similar for Summer? The Hermit reversed. Getting her out, isolating her, getting her out of it. Is that what that means? Eight of Cups, leaving a situation that doesn't fulfill you. Let's just say, and I'm going to pull Three of Cups reverse was underneath Independence, getting her out via what? A third party situation. Let's just say that the grandma does have some kind of conscience. And she set up, or at least alerted someone to what was being planned for Summer. And then later when she's pressed by law enforcement, maybe she makes some kind of deal like, you can't tell them that I did this, but you also can't touch the group because of who they are. So that's why we need it to fade, like I talked about in my other video, because you can't touch them, but you're also not going to find a body. So there's no point in continuing to search. You can continue to investigate to make the parents continue to look like they're involved.
As a mom, summer is long. So what's my number one mom hack? Splish splashing, thrilling family daycations at Kentucky Kingdom. My little guy and my team making memories together is one of my favorite parts. But the best part, I don't have to plan a thing.
Get vacation vibes without vacation prices. For a limited time, buy your Kentucky Kingdom season pass for as low as $74.99. Now open weekends.
But really, I'm telling you where she is. She's with this group that you can't touch. Because if she didn't go to that group, then these people were going to do this. Let's pull a couple of these. I want one for Candace. Journey in reverse. So she's not the one who sent her where she ended up going. She went somewhere else, even though Candace had a plan for her to go somewhere. That's not where she went. Grandis. I don't know if I feel comfortable calling her that. Good news. And it's number 7, just like a lucky number. All forms of communication, text, email, documents, phone calls, letters, notes, and voicemails. She communicated with somebody else what was going on. Good news. Good news what? Good news she's not going to go in this evil journey that Candace has in plan. Dawn. Ending. Does that mean Dawn's a dead man walking? Like, is somebody after Dawn? Or is Dawn going to be arrested for Summer's disappearance? 2 of Pentacles reversed. Somebody's King of Pentacles. There it is. Somebody with power is very committed, overcommitted perhaps, to bringing Dawn down in any way they can. I don't know if that's coming from the police and investigator side, where there may be an arrest even without a body, or I don't know if that's coming from some people who don't quite follow the rules and don't want Dawn around. I don't know. But this to me gives the energy of dead man walking. This to me gives the energy of Dawn knows it. This to me gives the energy of someone in power or who has pull or authority is not stopping until Dawn's brought down in some way. Because as I said in the last video, they wanted it to fade and it didn't fade, and it's being brought up again now. Why is it being brought up again now? Because of Dawn. I said when Dawn left jail, he was going to go for certain people that he believes are involved. If he's making the case loud again.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know. What do you guys think about? I don't know. I don't know. I've never thought about somebody being after Dawn, really. I mean, they've already got Summer, if that was the case. Let me pull back up my little appy thing. No. It said Shepherd. Naval Shepherd Johnny. Distance, far distance. Madeline, sufficient far distance. Johnny Shepherd. Literally just gave a name. It says once. He's probably made a few enemies. Yeah. But to the point that they want to... Or do you think he's pissed off law enforcement that bad that they're wanting to arrest him for no matter what? Like without... Like they're trying to pin something on him? Do you guys believe that? I'm trying to think. I mean... You know, every time I talk to now, I mean, I haven't talked to Dawn on the phone for over a year, probably. But when I talked to him, he always talked really good about Ronnie Lawson, which I thought was weird. I suppose that could have changed. We're listening to the call between Candace and Mary with the captions on it from Lippy, I think. Or no, it was from Cold Case Crystal, I think. They said it was a hoax, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, oh yeah, that was like a hoax. Candace was freaking... That was front page news. Ask your app about the church. Well, it doesn't really respond to... I don't know, like if it will answer, like... It's not like a spirit box. I mean, well, they do have those ones that... I don't know. What could we ask about the church? I could also draw some cards. Well, here, I'm going to... She kept saying they're after Dawn in the call. That's true. But, the Mexican Mafia came up in discussion before that call. And so I feel like they were just trolling because they were... I think they were trolling everybody by saying that because he had mentioned that Mexican Mafia before and it was in those messages and he was trying to act. But he mentions the Mexican Mafia freaking nonstop. There's something up with the Mexican Mafia and him. He's not too smart. Like, God. If you're involved with the Mexican Mafia, dude, I would not be like telling everybody. That gets them caught. And I mean, I guess that's good, but not good for you. Why would I release him then? I don't know, because I can't figure out what to charge him with. I have no idea. Michael. From do you mean Somalia? Somalia is a rough place. Like, as far as they have, I think of it as a rough place, maybe because I had a friend whose parents sent him to a camp for like really bad kids. And he told me about the horrors of that place. And I was like, holy shit. Sounded freaking scary. It was supposed to be to like straighten up kids or whatever. Somalia. Yeah, I know. Well, that's if you play a stupid game, you win stupid prizes. Isn't that the saying?
And they want it to be quiet, they'll have to get them to go down for something. So, one for the person who pretended to have good intentions but didn't have good intentions. Oh.
Sudden wealth. So money exchange. See, I thought she was drawing tarot, but she wasn't. She's drawing oracle. So, but I got the Queen of Cups for that. So somebody that is trying to, it was a woman who's trying to act like a Queen of Cups would be somebody like me, very sweet and honest and loving and kind and perfect. No, not, but that's I'm just kidding about saying it's me, but now the Queen of Cups does represent Pisces. But that's what like the ultimate Queen of Cups is. Like if you're really in your Queen of Cups, if you are truly the Queen of Cups, then it's somebody who's very caring, nurturing, you know, emotionally like stable. But Angie would be, you know, your head and heart would be balanced. But anyways, so if it's somebody who's trying to act like that, okay, so it's a woman that's trying to act like that, is what I'm getting. Oh, I know. I had a friend that was in Mexican prison for 2 years, I think it was. Oh my God. Like he told me about they allowed him to have a freaking girl in his cell with him. And he said they just had sex all the time. And he said they did all kinds of drugs there. Like it sounds like one big party. But yes, it's hardcore. But if you have money, you can get whatever you want there. And not really even everything's like ran on bribes and just corrupt.
Sudden wealth, big financial gain, winnings, monetary gift, financial success, inheritance, inner and outer wealth. This is like if you give it to a CULT and they give you money for it, I guess. Or status, or I just posted a video the other day about how noises outside can be confirmations, and I'd be very curious to know what that was just doing as that sound went by as I said that. But anyway, simple clarifiers for them. Clarifier for Journey in Reverse, which was Candace.
You know what's so funny is that this thing just said missile, and that sounded kind of like a missile in a way. I was like, wow, there's another synchronicity.
That was Candace's plan for her, something like that For those who don't know, that is Jeffrey Epstein, the man who was put in jail and died for being a child pedophile with his own child pedophile island. That is the journey that was stopped. Clean up is what she had to do after.
I wonder if this lady also knows, if she happens to hear this, because it does sound like she listens to some of our videos in this community. I wonder if she knows that she keeps saying journey, and every time she says that, I think of Marlena's daughter. I wonder if she knows that Marlena Crawford. Yeah, she does. I wonder if she knows that Marlena Crawford's daughter is named Journey. I wonder if that could have anything to. I don't know. World is a scary place.
Clean up her story, clean up getting Dawn to try and believe her, clean up everything that happened because her plan didn't go right, because the journey was stopped. So all of these are that way, but this one, and I know what card it is, it's drugs, poison, and then on the bottom we have marriage, wedding. So Candace was some kind of partnership that required someone to be drugged and relates to Jeffrey Epstein. Anyway, good news with grandma. Love. And there's something else. Meeting.
Do you guys think it's really possible that Grandma Candy could have arranged some kind of kidnapping for Summer? Like, to save her? I've never thought that theory about possibly Candy arranging something to save Summer from some kind of lifestyle or something. Would that make sense? This always makes me wonder why Don, no matter what he has said, were reasons. Why go to the bottom shed area first? I think to see if Summer had been returned. Yep. You keep thinking the same thing. She keeps pulling Journey. Okay, cool. Because I'm not the only person. Yeah, that's where my mind immediately went, but I don't know. It could be coincidence. I'm trying to think if it would fit. If Grandis could she have arranged somebody to kidnap Summer to save her? Maybe to save her, but also she could have benefited financially. So it could have been a financial gain too. But maybe it was just out of love. I don't know. I never thought about that. I don't think it was Candy, but someone close to the family that could have done something like that. Because Don has said that, like, he wonders if his family set something up, thinking they were saving her. I know. That would make sense too, Jane Doe, because Sonia has been so protective of Dawn. I mean, I know it's her like brother, but I don't know. I guess I would have to know. I'd have to be in that situation, I suppose, to know how I'd react. But she seems like a decent person. I mean, I've talked to her, so I'm not dogging her in any way, but it would make sense. Like, well, no. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would make sense because Sonia, maybe that's why she defended Dawn so much, because she knows deep down, if that would make sense, because she would know deep down, like, well, Dawn didn't do anything, so, and she's gonna feel bad because it will be kind of her fault for kidnapping Summer. Like, if she unknowingly, are you trying to say unknowingly did it? Like, like Dawn not knowing? And we have heard rumors that Sonia was there like a week or two before Summer went missing too. Yeah, it's Dawn's sister. And I believe his real sister too. I think they have the same mom. Or I don't know if same. Yeah, they all have the same dad. Yeah, her husband is I have heard something like that. Yes, I think you're right, actually. Yep, they do have a sister named, he does have a sister named Heidi, and he has a brother too. Trying to think if he's deceased. I'm pretty sure he had a brother, right? Yeah, he had a brother. Yeah, Sonia Sessions. If you all ever felt like you don't know who to trust, wish I knew everyone, even when you think you do. I know. Yes, God is love. I have 100%. I have, like, seriously. I don't know if it's exactly that, but I have definitely, especially in the past, since I started YouTube, I really was exposed. I guess I was sheltered before that or something. I don't know. I don't know how I'd be sheltered. I mean, I've been, through a lot, but I didn't know the world was so like people were so evil. Like, and I mean, I knew that people were so evil, but I didn't know how prevalent, like how that most people are freaking, like, it's the majority that are not good people. It seems like. I used to think it was a majority who are good people, and then there's just like a small percentage of the population that's like shitty. But no, it's like 90% like shitty and like 10% good, and all the 10% is in here. Mixed with a few like people just sitting here like thinking that they're gonna get something, except a few people are sitting here like can't miss a show and sit there and record everything. Like, they're gonna just to make sure they don't miss like Ziggy doing something embarrassing. Gotta ruin her life. Candace does have a sister named Jeannie. Yeah, I'd like to hear from her. Love, hopes, compassion, love, and hope. I think they double. and illegal stuff in the background while putting on a front and helping people and saving kids while doing the opposite for money in real life. That's very true, Candace. That is so absolutely 100% true. It is so sad. That is like so on point. Like, I wish I could freaking hit like on that a million times or something. Yes, that's the majority of creators here. It really truly is. Also narcissists that and what is it, that grandeur, I can never say it. Sorry, I'm up walking around. I always get tired of sitting. Delusions of grandeur, like, that's very prevalent in this community among creators. Are really like crackhead drug addicts at home, but like try to act like the freaking YouTube police, like, or something, like calling out every little like mess up of Ziggy or Molly Golightly, or I don't know. Griffin Horror, then as I'll make my own choice. Yeah, but there is a purpose, guys. Love, like, I don't know how old you are, but it's all a learning experience. We're here to learn. That's what I feel like. I mean, look, it just said Ron. Why is Ron? Ronnie Lawson? Okay, I better get back to the video.
What else could that be? But then she has to still put on this front because she can't, if it's someone who's protected that has her, she can't go being like, oh, by the way, so and so. She would have to keep that from everybody, which she was doing in the first place if she was doing this secretively. Because if she's filling in someone on Candace's plan, and then Candace goes to leave to drop Hunter back off, allegedly, in my opinion. Candace leaves to go drop Hunter off. Grandma says, okay, she just left. You need to come right now. She's in the shed. Grab her before they come. That happens. Grandma pretends to be sleeping. The boys are watching the house, but really they're watching nothing because they know that Summer's down in the shed. So Grandma, hey, come get her.
Absolutely, 100%, Patricia. And that's a beautiful little baby you have on your picture. A perfect little angel. But you're absolutely correct. I do think that. I probably was guilty of that a little bit. But I'm always nice to people, even if they don't deserve it. So I'm always going to be respectful to people, no matter who I'm talking to. Or I'll try, unless I'm being like, yelled at like a freaking crackhead or something, yelling at, I probably might like get a little bit irate. But yeah, so talking to Dawn and Candace, yeah, I treat them respectfully, and some people are like upset about it. But I don't know if it's me playing really good cop or bad cop, because I feel like I always try to respect people. But I do feel like you get more bees with honey, so, it seems to work. I get people to open up, so that is one thing I'm good at, making people comfortable to talk. just because I've been there and been there. That's why I think I'm so good at like talking to some of these people, like, because I've like been in the freaking lows of the lows in my life, and I don't judge people because I've, you know, the bees are deadly. True. I know, actually, I mean, and not, well, I find, I don't know, I like to keep my circle very, very little, like small. I mean, it's funny because I'm here on YouTube, like with people watching and stuff, and sometimes there's hundreds of people in here. But I totally believe the more people in your life, the more problems and heartache. Plant flowers, get bees so you can have honey.
Get her now, hurry up. They come get her, then the other people come. She's not there. Grandma's like, oh, I'm sleeping. Candace probably rushes back like, oh, they tried to pick her up. Where was she? Where was she? And then chaos ensues because she's looking all over thinking, oh, did Summer just wake up and leave the shed? She shouldn't, because I sent that picture showing that she was very drugged and ready. That's what it is. Anyway, and then Candace is like, oh my gosh, she's missing. Freaks out, calls Dawn. Boom. But Grandma can't say anything because she probably made a deal with police around the time that the body search wore off and the investigation part just continued. And then she can't go telling what happened because obviously she was trying to hide that from them in the first place if she's calling as soon as Candace leaves. They probably pressured, got Grandma's phone calls, said, hey, why did you call this number at this time? And she was like, all right, let's make a deal. Allegedly, my opinion, I think that's a possibility. I'm gonna pull 3 cards, see what I get. The High Priestess, the one who's in charge, making the decisions, the one who has higher knowledge, the one who puts it into motion, the one who has knowledge specifically of both sides of the veil. In this case, I have knowledge of where she went, and I have knowledge of why she went there. Or I have knowledge of Candace's side of things, and I have knowledge of the people who actually took her side of things. 3 of Wands, waiting for your moment, aka Candace to leave so that she can get her out of there. The Tower, a major piece of the puzzle. And remember, the other cards that we got for Grandma was good news, meeting, and remember, good news said,
I'm drawing some cards because
all forms of communication, text, email, documents, phone calls, letters, notes, voice messages, and it has like a very old type of wax seal and like old feather pen and stuff and ink. Grandma's old, so I feel like she's the oldest one in the group that we're talking about, so I feel like that's confirmation in itself. And then we also got love and meaning.
I literally just got 10 of Swords, crossing death. Like, basically death, clarifying death. Grandma was, wow, she could be onto something. I don't know. Gosh, I don't know, though. That would just change everything. I mean, it wouldn't really change everything, I guess. But it's like somebody was manifesting, trying to get somebody in a state that is unaware of their surroundings. But then they get the death, trying to manifest some. Wanting to. Somebody coming in, to basically stop. Actually, so I think this is like stopping death. Stopping death. Coming in passionately. A Queen of Pentacles coming in passionately to stop the death. And having to get somebody distracted. That's crazy. Anyways, okay.
Both upright for her. So, I didn't see that coming, but on my phone just almost died. Sudden wealth. So this was the one that represented the person who took her pretending to be good, but didn't have the best reasons, which that makes sense now. Evil in reverse. Is really evil, but just doesn't look that way on the outside. Beach in reverse. Not a resort like presented. Ending, and this was Dawn. Wow. Debt upright.
Yeah, this has have something to
Owner
do.
zone in reverse. You owe a debt.
Yes. Owe a debt. Somebody's trying to take somebody's child.
And you can't anymore. Market manipulation in reverse. Legal proceedings in reverse. And frozen. Legal proceedings. Frozen.
Trying to get.
Why? Because they know they're not going to find a body. Market manipulation in reverse. They need to put out something that's going to be believable. If they need to unfreeze the legal proceedings, they will in order to manipulate the story. Because they have stuff that they can get him on, which is why he can't push too hard, because they can just flip and say, oh yeah, well, we have proof of this and you know it, so come on, let's go to jail. Why? He owes a debt.
So I just got, owing a debt or a debt, or exchange, like an equal exchange. This is some type of an exchange here. And look, there's a child. It's almost like accepting money for this child. It was done. It's a Queen of Swords here that is trying to get the child here. And they're offering money. Basically is it for her death? Offering money to basically, that would basically be the death. If you sold your child, it's basically like the death of her. If it's like, depending on who it's sold, who they're sold to. I also have Oakley and he's. Oh, okay. I'm reading your comments. Okay, here we go.
And he was using Summer to pay off that debt. And someone said no more. I believe that someone is grandma. Allegedly, my opinion, no facts. I believe that she gave someone the heads up of what was happening, that someone got their people to come and take her. I think that the reason that the other little girl was sent home was Candace preparing for the plan that she thought was going through, that she didn't know her mother was going to fumble for her. Let's do these as clarifiers. Let's do grandma first.
Yeah, but I want to know, did grandma benefit from this financially then? Or was this really out of the goodness of her heart? Because I'm getting a definite, like, it really seems like this is worry here. Politics throw March worry.
Pressure cooker in reverse. Rage and ready to explode, but in reverse. Insatiable, unquenchable, and wanting more in reverse. This is disgusting. The toxicity in the home she wanted to get Summer away from, and the physical, sexual abuse she wanted to get her away from. And once again, ding, ding, ding. Another sound to confirm. Candace. Legal. Tragedy, forbidden love in reverse. Legal, the documents and paperwork, and forbidden love in reverse. I feel as though the plan this time, and in my last reading, I said that in the past, there had been a decision for Candace to take greed, more greedy, or super greedy, and she took the middle one, but this time she was taking the most greedy. I think the plan was to permanently sell Summer. I hope that noise was on camera because that sounded like a hummingbird. I don't even know where that could have been. Hold on. I really hope you can hear that, but I'm looking up what a hummingbird symbolizes.
I didn't hear it. Did you guys?
It stands for intelligence, beauty, devotion, and love. These little birds are also respected as fierce fighters and defenders of their territory. Hummingbirds are a symbol of good luck. Seeing one of these birds before an event such as a hunting trip or traveling to another village was considered a good sign. I'm gonna turn the volume down. Okay, it's not working. Well, I forget what I was saying before that. I feel like the plan was to permanently sell her. There's a bunch of other cards that are upright, so let's just look through them really quick. Drastic in reverse, extreme, harsh, cut off. So it was an extreme, drastic decision. There's a car on here to TRAFFICK, her. And it didn't go as planned. Triggers, name, car, place, but in reverse. It didn't work because grandma was triggered by the plan and she stepped in and said, I'm not letting this happen. So she got a different car, black car, white car, different car to come and take her. Interview, talk, conversation, get on the same page. For grandma, we got the card meeting. There was a conversation to get on the same page. That did not involve Candace, but did involve why there was two different cars. This was the bad guys. This was the pretending to be good guys. Lockbox. Lockbox, closed in, trapped, frustrated. And there's upright, it says S heart S, but it looks like SOS, but it came out in reverse. So the plan just all went not the way that Candace wanted it to go. On the table, offer, proposal, commitment. On the table, but it's in reverse. This deal that she had set up to either pay off a debt or get something, I tend to believe it's to pay off a debt, which the debt is now still due then. It was off the table because there was no more child. She was taken. Plugged, tuned in, internet, connected. Plugged makes me think plug, makes me think dealer, makes me think, in this case, the bad guys. In reverse. Also, this is, well, it's not, but it looks like a gas going into a car, even though it's not, it's a plug going into a socket. But either way, that goes back to the separate car thing. But I don't think that the plan that Candace had is the plan that went into motion. It was taken off the table. Deal off. No more deal. Where's the child? And she doesn't know. She's like, how else would anybody? Does Candace know or suspect that her mom did that? 7 of Wands. Yeah.
Yeah, because she'd be mad. This is someone wants to be mad.
First, but she can't prove it, so she hasn't said anything.
Look, it just said turkey. It literally just said turkey on the freaking app. Also, in my cards, I got the Emperor. So it is lining up what she's saying, like this quick energy towards this new beginning, a new type of knowing, new type of financial opportunity. Between these two people, the Queen of Cups and the Emperor, who are married, who is trying to get this lifestyle of abundance. They're being greedy. They're coming up with this deal, but there's this third person over here, the Queen of Swords, who is heartbroken about this partnership, this decision, mutual decision that's made. So it does really look like my cards are lining up, but I don't know. I mean, I can totally see it, but let's see what you guys are saying. Oh, thank you. Your late fee. Thank you so much. Clyde Trent. That's definitely possible. I haven't thought about Clyde or Trent for a while. Be with Dee or the holler anymore. She wanted a new beginning with. But Candace may not realize that if she. What if Summer is in Utah and Don's trying to move there? I don't know. I feel with all the heat on the case on them, if the family is hiding Summer out, they would have come forward by now. Well, it wouldn't be it would be just this theory that she's talking about, Candace and Don don't even know that what Grandis's plan was. And I don't know, did she didn't even say anything about where Summer went specifically? Like who she, I don't think she mentioned anything about that. And whether she financially gained too. I would like to know if she finally, if this is true, I would like to know if, Grandis financially got money in exchange, or if she is truly trying to just save Summer.
Wow. Interesting.
At Holiday World and Splash and Safari, we get it. Things that light up are cool. The shoes, the sticks, the hoops.
Dawn. Oh, the first card that came out says trash. I didn't say it. Discarding, throwing out. Trash. And it's a piano. I'm getting the reference of like, it was easy to play you like a piano. Like it was easy to manipulate you because you're trash. So I was able to tarnish your name even further because you already did it yourself. Focused in reverse. Eyes for you, fascinated and watching. That's creepy and disgusting, but focused. It came out in the second after trash. So it's like focus on the wrong thing by focusing on, I mean, Don's wrong and should be in jail for what he did, but in this case, it's a bit of a distraction. Family, blood ties, inner circle. Who made it so Don doesn't have the remaining children anymore? Someone in his family. Grandma. Love in reverse. Escapade, vacation, hideaway, adventure. Pretending, fake, and living beyond means. Fake, adventure. The person who said that they left the state or they're in kind of this hiding or whatever, or popping up on YouTube, whatever, it's all a game. There's a plan to this because they have to be careful about how they go about it. Entrapment, pregnancy, money, and heartstrings. Entrapment, and then the other card is threatened in reverse. So we didn't threaten you per se, but you're trapped. You know that there's not much that you can do. That was Grandma, Candace, Dawn. Let's do Summer currently. What can we know about Summer currently? Oh, a whole bunch that came out. Okay, I'm confused. Single in reverse. Current status available in reverse. Archangel Michael, protect it. Prevent it from harm, divine intervention in reverse. So I said it was someone pretending to be holier than now and then actually had bad intentions. That's this. Poison in reverse, toxic, unhealthy behaviors in people. I don't think she's necessarily being harmed or mistreated or abused. Again, I think it's culty vibes. Unconditional, genuine, certain love, which is interesting because the card that we got for grandma had this same heart on it and it was love. So it's like, I don't know what else it could be because it's like, I'm not physically harming you. I'm doing this out of love, but it's still evil and wrong. That to me is cold. I don't know. I literally don't know any. I can't think of anything else that could possibly be besides. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that could possibly be. Nothing else fits into that slot in my brain. This is what confused me though. It's happiness, upright with a sunflower on it, wholeness, overjoyed and smiling. So it's almost like anything would be better than where she was. So she's not being mistreated, but it's more of like a brain warping or like preparing her to be indoctrined into like this a mindset that wouldn't necessarily be beneficial for her. That's what I'm getting. Let's do some for the people who are we're going to do the person who is, I believe, a woman who's responsible for setting this up. And then the one we'll do for the people who are allegedly, in my opinion, around her right now. So the person who set this up. Today in reverse, present now in the moment in reverse. Retaliation, punish, payback, and revenge. It's because they had it out for Don and Candace as well and saw an opportunity to get both Summer out and a payday or power or something like that. And this card coming out in reverse, it's making me feel like the person like it feels like the person lives with regret about the investigation. Like not so much Summer, because I think partially they kind of convinced themselves that they did a good thing, but it feels like the person does have guilt about how much time and effort was put into the investigation. The person who set this up. That's what I'm getting from that. I don't know. And this is the card that looks like Taylor Swift, but no Taylor Swift songs are coming into my head. Last time we got this card, there was a song that came in my head, but I can't even think of one right now. No, nothing. Okay. The people who are around Summer right now. Financial support, child out. Financial support, child alimony government. Searching online, looking for info records. People around her are, this is not a blindfold. It's one of those like brain reading scanner. I guess it could be an eye massager, but I don't know why they put an eye massager because it says searching. So I'm assuming that's like one of those things that you can see or read your brain or something electronic.
Sorry. I don't know. Somebody was asking if she was a lady, Stormia or Chef Angela. I don't know. I haven't heard that. So basically, is she trying to say that? Okay, so I think she's trying to say like that what Grandma Candy, even though she was trying to save Summer, she really was. She trying to say it was actually a negative thing and somehow. Like, I want to know if she financially benefited. Summer was sent somewhere willing, they would have just signed her over. But they're acting, but the thing is, that's the thing is Candace and Dawn don't know, supposedly, is her theory. They don't know that Grandma Candy did this. I think that's what she's getting at. Look, this says favor, a favor.
These cards to me give that same energy of, I don't know what else to call it besides cult vibes. They look for the right people to bring in, to train, to program. I mean, how better to program than something that's right across your eyes? That's what that's symbolic of. And it's not that they have to work for money. It's funded by something or someone because there is this agenda within it. That's what I'm getting. Please remember, all of this is alleged, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. Let's pull a couple of these to wrap this up. I'm gonna pull 3. Killer is a It's the same card from my first reading with the swing set. And I just posted a video about how with the hoodie that I wore in the Idaho case was similar to the summer video. That video has this same card for like a major confirmation like this. I'm going to pause to post a clip. Dawn was not the one who made the decision to hand Summer over to the people that took her. Someone did, though. There was a decision made. Okay. But he knows that there's a male figure that has a lot of power right now because they have either Summer or dirt on Dawn or something. Somebody's holding something over his head, or somebody has additional things on him that he can't just flip on the people. Maybe the people are too dangerous. He can't flip on them. I mean, that has something, at least very something to do with.
I just got sex. It just said sex on here. Butterfly sex. But no, object side weak. It said favor conditions. Okay, so there was a favor with conditions. It was a successful favor week. Pause, butterfly, and then sex.
With finances. Okay, financial gain, financial increase, financial security, a debt that was owed. Okay, I'm just gonna start by showing you a picture. killer is a predator who tracks a specific type of victim. The people on the other side, it's like something that they've been involved with before, or that happens before. This wasn't like the first time that they have removed a child from a home. But that's the swing that is like the one that's on their property in the front, and that's the one that she was supposedly swimming on or near or whatever when she went missing. The murder weapon used will provide valuable clues. Now, this card, I don't believe, again, with everything I just said, I don't believe she was murdered, but I do believe that what they're referring to is the drugs or substances that was used. And there's a bird on this card, and we just got the whole hummingbird thing. So I feel like that's a confirmation of what I just said. That's what I'm getting. And then the third one. The killer is out of the area. Again, I don't believe she was murdered, but these are crime scene cards, so they're going to be worded like that. What I do believe is she was taken out of the area. And this image is like making me think of the zoom ins when they zoom in over these massive properties where all the people in the group are being held together. That's what that is. Triggering in my mind. That's what I'm getting. If more comes out, I'll be happy to look into it, but that's what I'm getting. I'm going to pull one card. If Summer heard this reading and could confirm or deny what was said, what would she give us? 3 cards. 7 of Swords. I was betrayed. The Star reversed. I'm out of the public eye. Judgment. I'm in my training, my programming, your old life has ended, your new one begins, and this is all you're going to know. It's like a complete wipe of everything that you've ever known, so we can reload your system with something new. 7 of Swords would also be like the strategy used to make this happen. And then the Star reverse can also be, I don't really see a way out of here.
What the hell, dude? I just clarified the Empress card with the Empress card. That freaks me out every time. So we got 2 of Pentacles. So it's like a team here, like coming together with a plan. Sending her on some type of new journey. Then we have the Empress. So it has to do with the mom. Look, mom, the mom of the mom. Oh my God, the grandma. The mom of the mom. The mom of the mom. The grandma.
That's what I'm getting. Please remember, all this is alleged, my opinion, not fact, my opinion. I'm feeling called to pull one more of these, so let's see. Travel in reverse. So let's see what we get. Child, witness. Somebody knows exactly where she is. Oh my gosh. So I have this deck just sitting over here and I just looked down and the one that's on the bottom says negotiator, bargaining and begging. Right after witness and child. Somebody knows exactly where she is. Negotiator.
Dude, these cards line up so crazy, like so perfectly with what she's saying. Like it's freaking me out a little bit. Let's see. A couple trying to come up with a decision or making a decision. Come up to make a better decision, but then we have the grandma who had a victory in getting this child on a new beginning, and she viewed it as happy because she's saving the child, protecting the child from greed. The parents' greedy plan. The high priest. That's the Hierophant. Walking away from a marriage, walking away from we have the King of Wands, King of Cups. I suppose I could see this could be, it doesn't necessarily have to be two men. It could be Candace and Dawn. And I mean, Candace is like a little bit masculine in her traits, and the way she acts. Doesn't mean she's like a man or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that this could, the King of Cups, that would probably be more likely Dawn, and the King of Wands would probably, I don't know. But walking away, this definitely looks like protecting this child, like successfully protecting this child from some kind of greed. She kind of like betrayed the married, the couple is what I feel like this is saying, like, or just went the other direction than Donna Candace. So I wondered if it was a boyfriend, not a girlfriend. Wait, what do you mean by I wondered if it was a boyfriend, not a girlfriend?
What's the same thing over the eyes? Access granted. Social media, fake profile, hiding. Okay, that's enough. Talk to you soon. Literally, family, team effort, both dealing with money. He thought that maybe Summer was in that shed because she had been in that shed before due to him putting her there. So there's a team on one side and a team on another side, but they don't know they're going up against one another. Someone found out that there was a plan in the works to do something with Summer that was not in her best interest, that would harm her, made some kind of choice. To try and counteract what the evil plan was in place from the mother and grandmother. When Summer was taken from the house, was she harmed in any way? Let's put it this way. What was Summer's treatment when she was taken from the house and the days to follow? Magician in reverse. And Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Swords in reverse. So she was confused. She wasn't sure what was going on, as in Summer. But at the same time, swords in the back, swords coming out of the back. It's like she was confused and scared, but was taken away from pain and suffering. So it's the first card in the whole reading was the upright magician. When we talked about what was she doing outside or whatever her energy was outside. And now we have the reverse magician. So it's like she's still her, right? She's still a little girl, but she's not feeling as secure. But at the same time, she's not feeling secure because she's somewhere that's unfamiliar with someone that's unfamiliar, but this person's not hurting her. She was taken away from the people who were hurting her. What can we know about where Summer was taken to, or how she was taken, or something along those lines? Jealousy. Wooded area. Secret. Jealousy, wooded area, and secret.
Okay. Do I want to even start watching this other one? I'll watch this other one for a few minutes and then I'm going to go. By the way, let me see. If anybody wasn't here earlier or didn't see my post, please check it out. If anybody can help out, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, don't even worry about it. And yeah, I guess let's check out this one real quick, because I was watching that person that you guys recommended to me, that Dark Rose, whatever, Dark Rose Sketches or whatever. And she mentioned this lady, how she liked her readings. And I was like, oh, well, who's this lady? Her name is Margaret Max. The link is in the description. I haven't watched her at all, but I figured, well, maybe I'll check her out with you guys for a second. I don't know how long I'm going to watch this. Little red-haired girl that looks like Summer? No, I don't think so. Okay, Crystal. Yeah, but he was scared too. He was scared, but he wasn't, nobody said anything about Nobody said anything about Marlena dating Earl Taylor, though, is the only thing. I know it didn't feel like you were attacking me or anything, but it wasn't correct. Like, nobody said anything about Marlena dating Earl. They're cousins. Nobody ever said that. I've always known they're cousins. And you've done that before. You put up a post a while back saying the same exact thing. And I'm like, where is she getting that? Like, I've never said that. They are cousins. I know that very clearly. Earl Taylor, the one that passed away the 16th, a day after Summer went missing, he was actually married to Celeste Maddox or Taylor when he was found dead. But she's always back and forth between Marlena Crawford's brother, Rick Crawford, and Earl Taylor, her husband. And they're both cousins. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about there. Trust and believe. I've looked into this. Something's not right with that situation. Okay, well, I'll check it out here a little bit. I didn't really feel like your post was. I was just irritated because I thought it was quoting me wrong, or in putting out information that it just wasn't true. You always hear people say. There's always people who say, "Oh gosh, it came misinformation." No, that's not. I didn't say anything about them being in a relationship. I've never thought that. So I just thought that. And if somebody said that on my channel, I would have totally corrected them, because I don't know if you're trying to say the guy said that called me or called. But if he did, and I didn't correct him, because I don't think so. I don't think he said that. Okay. Hold on. What made you go off on a cam in that post? Where did that come from? Okay, it says, Ricky worked with me cutting down trees I'm reading your post. Cutting down trees on our property. That's how we know the clan. I'm very suspicious of Marlena and their clan. Very. She's actually drove a dude up here to steal everything. We are old and loaded it in our car. All my tools and all kind of stuff. Threw it in her car, and then they all went and got high. I can't prove it, but I know it was her. Marlena is very capable. She is now running around doing drugs, completely abandoned her daughter. She was dropping off her daughter at her house and running around. Hold on. I'll put this on the screen because this is interesting. Running around till I stopped it. Then about 10 days later, Summer come up missing. She was dropping off her daughter at our house. Marlena's running around until I stopped it, and then 10 days later, Summer come up missing. Marlena is capable of this sort of thing. And reply says, man, blank was not at your house on the 14th. And she said, Marlena, no. Okay, let me pull this up. Who is this talking? Okay, Dawn. Is you talking to Dawn? Hold on. Let me pull this up so you guys know what I'm talking about here. Okay. So, okay, you're talking to Dawn, it looks like. Haskell's son, not sure if he's a light. Marlena is very capable. She is now running around doing drugs, completely abandoned her daughter. Is this all Dawn saying this stuff? Hold on, let me pull up my chat so I can see. Under it first. She would always dump her kid off here. I come home from work and that he will be here and she will be out getting high with your friends and stuff. And I told Candace we weren't already have 4 kids. She's not going to do that to us. And I made Candace take her to grandmother's house. And about 10 days later, Summer disappeared. I highly suspect Marlena knows something or did something. I highly suspect it. Man, Marlene would come up here to our house crying, I need help, help me. And Candace give her cash, money, helped her and everything else. And she would turn around and stab us in our back, not only once, but many times. She'd come up here crying, oh, I'm sorry for blah, blah, I'll change my ways, help me, hurting, I can't, nothing, blah, blah, blah. Small church at the end of Light Holler. And in fact, it was Marlena Crawford's mother. Marlena is definitely a suspect in my eyes. I don't trust. She's got big problems. All these meth heads running around. I'm sure one of them grabbed Summer. Ricky is survived by his wife of 41 years, Liz Crawford. $2. Francis Dykes and Marlena Crawford. So right here, and it says in parentheses, Daniel Hayes. So she might also go by Marlena Hayes. 2 sons, Lonnie Dykes, Ricky Crawford Jr. Then it says parentheses, Celesta Maddox. So, which is crazy because see that this was, I don't know, soon after Summer passed away, and Celeste was still married to Earl Taylor, who had just passed away, and here she's labeled as with Ricky Crawford Jr. I know he was a strange husband and stuff, but I don't know, just weird relationship. Okay. Spider is Marlena's husband. What? Shut up. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? No. Oh my God. Is that true? His name is Stephen Blake. Is Stephen Blake really her husband? I don't think so. Is that true? Somebody answer, please. Let me see if maybe I don't have my. Dirty back in the day when made moonshine out in Lawson was starting out. Yeah, supplied Hawkins County and Sullivan County. Don't quote me. I was just a squirt. Moonshine is called white lightnings. A local, not Dawn. Okay. A local, not Dawn. They was squatting even at Light Cemetery and over towards the Rock House. But then her old man went to jail and that left her and her brother. Remember that runaway horse? It belongs to David Bays. But he sold it to one of Frank's brothers. David Bays. David Bays is who was mentioned. Who was David Bays? David Bays was mentioned by, was it Brandon Dykes? So it's the wrong guy. Okay. Oh my gosh, that freaked me out. I'm like, is that spider guy that she was talking about the other day really freaking Marlena's husband? Yeah, Billy Benton. That's a name that's come up too. Turns out that the Billy from the shed, they got the wrong Billy. It's Billy Benton. Oh my God. I've researched these people because I've been trying to get a hold of these people because they're all drinking buddies of Don and Candace and used to party with them all the time. And this is exactly who, when I asked Fred Hill who I should talk to, I said, who should I talk to or try to get a hold of that will know stuff about Don and Candace? And he mentioned Billy Benton and Vicky Dykes. Fred was also the one that mentioned Marlena Crawford being, bad news bears. And really got me interested in looking into her. That's how I learned about her. Really, I mean, we heard about this birthday party or whatever, but I never looked into her. Dude, this is crazy. The Billy from the shed. Billy from the shed. So this Billy going around touching all these kids. Billy, the one that Hunter was talking about. But now the dude, Stevie, Derek is with Vicky now, but Stevie doesn't have a brother. Last I heard, they was over on Horton Highway. Remember when Don Wells drove to the backside of Chimney Top? That was weeks ago. Or just going up on that hill. Daniel has a brother. They fight chickens, but the drugs took over them. Daniel's mom and dad was in that group that got busted for pills. Holy shit, dude. Fred even mentioned this dude. Oh my God. I never thought, I don't know why I ever never thought that about that. Was it Billy? I thought I remember his name being different when I looked him up. Maybe Billy's is Billy really his name or a nickname or like his middle name or something? Or because I'm surprised I never thought of that or thought, wow, a Billy, and then thought, wait, when have we heard Billy's name? And we've heard of, it's when Hunter was mentioning him. Yeah, that's crazy. It's up to you to form an opinion, turn this shit into TBI. Show us you're innocent. If anything connects, send it. Hey, I was just thinking, I believe Earl went to Celeste. Celeste does the day, Celeste, whatever her name is. The day, oh my God. Hey, I was just thinking, I believe Earl went to Celeste the day before he was found. I don't know if Celeste and Ricky were together or split because at the time they were very back and forth, but that might explain why Celeste wouldn't do anything as far as arrangement or even after a grant paid for cremation, she wouldn't pick up the ashes. From what I understand, the funeral home ended up having to deliver them to her. What? But I don't know for you to have tried speaking to her or not, but Earl has a sister named Loretta. She knows more about Celeste and Ricky than I do, so she may be able to help you also. Just a thought, and he was found behind Cecil's house, who was a friend of Earl's, but claimed to not know him. A few days after Earl was found, he moved out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, I really think we're on to something with Marlena here. This is crazy. Well, I'm sorry, Crystal, that I misunderstood your post and stuff. Just another instance of miscommunication on the tube, just another day. Just another minute on YouTube. Another same shit, different day. But I 100%, I don't think we have exactly the same views, but I think we have the very same views on freaking Marlena Crawford. I don't know though. I don't know how you feel about Jody Sue now, but it's so hard for me to believe that Jody Sue she acts so suspect. She's involved in something that she is afraid of. She's acting too freaking suspect. Maybe it could be just something about drugs. Yeah, I found that information very interesting. Thanks for getting that. And hopefully you talked to that Loretta girl. Did you talk to her? I would definitely get a hold of her. And if you're not, I don't want to step on your toes on that because that's your person. I would get on that before other people start trying to contact her. I really feel like Marlena Crawford is I really feel like this all ties together. Earl Taylor's death, like that, it was just so weird. When I found that out, when D Presents put up that video showing this guy who passed away the day after Summer went missing. And I go and look him up and he's, the ties to the Crawfords. I was like, what the fuck, dude? What the hell is going on? Marlena Crawford is involved in some really bad shit. Possibly her brother too. But Marlena Crawford mainly. She is such bad news. And if she has these people like her family or whoever's talking to Crystal here and these messages saying things like she's bad on drugs and just leaves her kid like for days so she can go out and party and whatever, and that she's capable of anything, that's not the first time that I've heard that she's capable of this sort of thing. There is other people in that area have said the same exact thing. Nobody even says that shit about Dawn or Candace, really. Nobody really around that area really says that Dawn and Candace are the type to do but something like this. But Marlena Crawford, for some reason, everybody talks about how she's totally capable of this, been involved in things like this, or suspected. Yeah, Marlena's not even her first name. Her first name's her mom's first name. And yeah, she has a bunch of aliases And it works very well to keep her very hard to find. It's very hard to find information on her because first you have to freaking figure out. At first you have to find out her real name. Because when you first look her up, you're not going to find anything because Marlena is not her name. Her last name, is probably not even Crawford. I think it was Hayes at one point. I think she has used the alias Hayes, and I didn't see the Jackson one, but I did see alias that she used with Hayes. Yeah, when you have a million different combinations of your name, as aliases, sometimes you go by your middle name. And I mean, I've seen it. Trust and believe. I've seen it here in this community. Switching their middle names and first names around, and it's weird. And changing, they'll have names like Elizabeth, and they'll go by Beth sometimes, Liz sometimes, Lizzie, Elizabeth, Bethy. I don't know. Whatever. They'll have a million different ways, just to confuse everybody. Well, daughter's last name is Hayes. R. Hey. Listen to that phone call you got the other day. And to Dolly some more. It will click. Yeah, I wish I could get a hold of Blue Soul Cup again. Blue Soul Cup, if you're listening, Ziggy wants to talk to you. He promised. No, he didn't really promise, but I'm just saying that because he'll probably not remember anyways because he was drunk. He was cool though. I found out a lot of Marlenas that lived in the area, but I found a lot of Marlenas that lived in the area, but I finally found her by looking all her close relatives, but I've only seen Crawford and Jackson. What type of record does she have? Did you find her record? I'm trying to remember what charges I've found on her. I don't think she has really serious past charges, if I remember right. Maybe some drug stuff. I can't freaking remember. If it was anything to do with children or stuff, I would have definitely remembered that, I would think. I mean, but there is rumors that she's been in trouble for having birth certificates. I don't know. Maybe that's something just recently. You do have it, Crystal? I would love that. But is it legit? Where is it from? Just one of those pay sites or? Yeah, I know. I keep all stuff in my little Dropbox too. And I have a folder for Jody Sue and Don Wells, for everybody surrounding the case. And I put things in there I forget about. I remember yesterday that I had ordered Jody's background, her official background report from the TBI back in a year ago. It was pretty much not worth the money because Jody Sue's only been in really big trouble once, and even then, I don't even know if that was really a big a deal because I'm confused by the charges. Because in one site, it looks like it was just marijuana. And then on another site, it looks like meth also. So I don't know. Marijuana is not a big deal to me. But if she snitched on a bunch of people I know 10 years ago, though, they made a way bigger deal about weed, especially Tennessee, because Tennessee is still will hammer your ass for freaking having weed on you. Oh, I don't think that. So you think I should listen to that? So do you believe, Crystal said, do you believe that Donna and Candace are not like, that they're not involved in any way then? I just don't know if I can believe that. Or maybe they aren't. Maybe they aren't, but they were dabbling with Marlena, who they knew was very dangerous, and the stuff that she was into. So, and I think that they knowingly hung around sex offenders and like very bad people with their kids. And I think that they were taking a very huge risk. That's almost like makes them guilty of the actual crime because they were so, I don't know. If they really, just had Marlena hanging out there for weeks and she arranged something. I believe Candace knew what type of person Marlena was. She'd have sex offenders there all the time. Chad Hayes. Oh, you sent me photos? Where'd you get? That's I would have to I don't know if I should put that. Who put that picture out? I don't know if I should share it. I'm kind of walking around on my phone and talking to you guys. And plus it's a picture of a kid, but that's weird. Like the hair color is very odd. That doesn't look like an actual hair color for a child. But I'm not sure if I don't know if that could be like. Posted on the friend of Candace's 7 days after Summer got gone. Who's the friend? Do you know who the friend of Candace's is that posted this? Lean on me. You guys, I would show this, but as a child, and you know how much shit people get with that, showing random children that we don't know. I mean, but I can kind of see it. I've never seen this picture before. So what I'm looking at is a child that has really bright, red hair, unnaturally red, not not quite clown red, but it's got a little tint orange of it in it, a little slightly more natural than clown red, just slightly. And this girl has missing front teeth, so it's hard to. And she's just looking up. Has blue eyes, but I don't know. It's hard to tell if that could be Summer. I mean, I definitely don't. I'd like to know which friend this was. I got from the creator name photo. Let's see. Okay. So anybody who wants to go check out the picture I'm looking at, go to Wife Lilith channel. WIFE underscore Lilith, Lilith. And it's under, it's a screenshot of a short. So it's in a short where you'll find it. And it's a little girl wearing a blue tank top. And her hair is like very close to clown red. So it looks very fake. And they dyed her eyebrows the same freaking color. That is strange. It's almost like they are trying to... That is crazy. And that was creeping me out a little bit. I want to know what friend this came from. Why would somebody dye their kid's hair that? This girl looks like she's probably like, it's not even a fun color, okay? You would dye your kid's color bright red before you would dye your kid's hair this color, this in this picture. It's like the ugliest. He just looks so fake. And then they dyed her eyebrows like it was a way to make it seem real. It's like they're trying to pass it off as her real hair. But the hair color is so ridiculous that it's so that is strange. I would have to see which friend posted this picture, and also like make sure it was posted on June 22nd of 2021. Well, okay, so if it was posted on June 22nd of 2021, though, that means that she would have still been 5, and I'm saying she looks a little bit, gosh, I don't know. You know what I mean? Usually, like, when I see these things, I'm like, oh, no way, but that looks like, I mean, that's a possibility. You searched for days. You've seen a girl in Denver airport 190 days ago on Reddit. Said the girl was with an older white male leaving in cab and had missing front teeth. The man had missing front teeth? Some are have missing, like her teeth looking like they were missing because they were rotting out. Did you catch Candy's cousin saying that Candace lied about the timeline? And are you talking about the lady that called Dolly and me and said that was saying that Candace and Dawn had nothing to do with this? That claimed to be like a cousin? Is that who you mean? And when she took Hunter home. But you can't be talking about the same thing because that lady was sticking up for Candace and Dawn, saying that they didn't have anything to do with it, that they just were they were just neglectful. You don't think that could be Summer? Who would dye their... I didn't think so at first until like I started thinking about more and more like the ridiculous hair color and the fact that picture comes from a Facebook of Candace's friend, one of Candace's friends. If that's true, yeah. I mean, at first I was like, nah, and because I I thought that girl looks a little bit older, and also, well, wait, if that was just a few days after she went missing, Summer's hair wasn't that long, so that would have to be a wig. I don't know. Praise to Utah, but why dye her hair? The police that investigate trafficking say often dye their hair and make them appear older looking. Oh, had a hunter at the house. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. She had to lie about that part of the timeline because she's sleeping with a 14-year-old. We gotta remember, guys, why would you have to lie about having a 14-year-old boy over? Like, why would I? Like, if I had to lie about something like that, that's creepy. That'd be like me, like Candace is my age. That'd be like me, like lying about having a. Why would I have to do that? That's so weird. And that just even shows her guilt and something just as bad as what, or not just as bad, but, well, just as bad in some theories of what people believe happened to Summer. It was on Facebook. It was on Facebook. This picture was on Facebook, supposedly. Anyways, guys, I have to go. I did a marathon basically today for you guys. But I had a good time too, so it wasn't like. So thank you guys so much. And I will definitely, I'm sure, see you tomorrow and we'll talk more. 99.